How's your dog doing, by the way? That was the last time I saw you.
Had to put her down.
Oh, no. I'm so sorry.
That was number 7. That was...
Well, I only saw her once, but she looked like a sweetie.
That was a tough day.
I can imagine. I'm sorry.
Hello, rail friends, and we are back in Dalton. We are live, and we need bleachers. Sterling's here, Andy's here, everybody's here. We got guests all the way from north. You gotta get over in the picture, you can see yourself.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
There's Sterling. Come on, Andy, don't be bashful.
We need to autofocus this thing. Everything's focused behind us. There we go.
Get back in, say hi to him. Andy's got his camera, he's ready. Sterling's gonna make sure we stay out of trouble. Are you photographing or?
I mean, if you count this, sure.
And so we're all ready to film, and guess what? We do have a green light.
Finally.
Finally. Yeah, we've been here for a while. So finally is a very, very true statement. So everybody, we are, like I said, live in Dalton on the last day of 2025. And we got lucky. It's over 50 degrees. And we have a green on the Atlanta North District line. So grab that sandwich, get your iced tea or whatever the beverage is of the day, because we are going to have our first train of the afternoon while we're here. And we missed some of the fun this morning, but we got this afternoon covered. You got anything you want to add? Tell them about your channel.
All right, well, Ravenhawk 6910, and that's the channel. Yeah, go subscribe over there. Yeah, a little awkward, wasn't expecting to talk much.
Well, that's okay, you warm up to it. We got you on there.
Yeah.
How long have you been doing this? Everybody knows you, so...
Yeah.
It's just the new
Lord.
people that you're about to meet.
Oh, Lord, I've been doing YouTube like 16 years at this point, so... Head on over there if you want to check out my channel. I do model trains, real trains. Yeah, just posted a model review last night, as a matter of fact, and got a couple more coming down the pike. Got a layout update coming. Trying to get the layout ready for the National Convention next year. I'm going to be on the tour of Chattanooga area layouts. I almost said Atlanta, wrong place. So yeah. Let's go see if we can catch something.
And again, the channel is
Ravenhawk 6910.
Ravenhawk 6910, and you just met Sterling in person. How cool is that? If you hurry down here, you can still get autographs.
Oh God. Yeah, put it in your safe deposit box. Maybe in 40 years you'll be able to buy a marble.
Hey, as long as we get something out of it, it'll be worth it. All right, everybody, you can see green down towards the north end of Dalton. And on our signal bridge, the sun's kind of got this one blocked, but we do have a highball green. And speaking of highball green, let me focus you back out here for a moment, because most of you probably don't know, and I just found out, highball green highball green was a phrase that you guys used to hear a lot when we were on. Robert Cox, he loved that. If we had a green on top, it was highball green. As you all know, Robert had some medical issues a little while back, but everything was working out. Oh, we got a commercial. But because we got a couple different scanners on. Sterling handled it for us, though.
You're welcome.
Probably get a fee for it later. But anyhow, back to Robert used to, the second we'd get a green on top, the first thing he'd type, highball green. And then, as you all know, he had a leg amputation, and he was all set to get his prosthetic leg. Not that I can pronounce it right, but I'll work on it here. And everything was going good, and then we lost Robert. at the end of November. I got a call from his wife, Darlene, and just wanted to let you all know, because most of you, we haven't seen him on the channel for a while, didn't know why. So we lost Robert in 2025. So our thoughts go out. Many of you met him at the different rail events. He had just recently retired. His wife said, hey, you got to find something to do. I remember him telling me this story. You got to find something to do. And the only thing I could think of to do, he said, was to go watch trains, because I liked them. So he started coming to the different gatherings and to learn about trains and what have you. And his wife was telling me he'd sit at home and he'd have that volume all the way up, and she'd say, turn it down. And he said, but yeah, then I don't get the feel of the train. And that's the same thing at my house. I have a number of different monitors on all the time, plus the bird cam, so I can hear what's going on in Chattanooga. And my wife all the time, turn it down, but then I don't get the feel of it. Turn it down anyhow. So she was telling me that story. But everybody, think of Robert's family as we continue to watch trains here, getting ready for 2026 and saying goodbye to 2025.
We might have another rail fan over there on the other side of the tracks, it looks like.
Let's see who Sterling's talking about.
Right over there.
If you've never been here, this is just a phenomenal, and I would say Sterling's right. It looks like I see a camera over there. If you've never been here, this is just a phenomenal place to watch trains. You have the old Crescent City Pullman car from the old Southern line there at the old freight depot that's been remodeled and is now the visitor and welcome center to Dalton. And you've got a porch that is 200 feet long, covered with furniture, and when they're open you have restrooms inside. You have a great restaurant right behind it. Their wings and the burgers at Crescent City Tavern, oh, yum. And if John's on, I haven't pulled up the monitor yet, but if John is on over here at the
behind you, we got our train.
Oh, train time. looks different. NYCA. Instead of our old normal usual NYKE. Pacific, we will deliver. Pretty cool with the upside down R. Ladies on each end of the rail car there. So far, all empty auto racks. And there goes the sheriff. I'm ready, Tony. If I get in trouble, I got shirks to negotiate with. Sterling laughs. It works. Dear officer, 6 shirks. Is that enough? I'll make it 7. You can go, sir. All right, I'm in. As you can see, the crossing is way busier than normal. Everybody's off early today, headed home. Hello, Colt. Glad to have Q1 and Q2 on with us today. Mama Bear, did you get the day off or do you have to go in later? Hey, Todd. How are you, sir? Morning, afternoon, it all works as long as it's all in the same day. Hello, Dirk. We're all here. We're just missing you. What are you up to today? Yeah,
I understand.
The whole time there was none at all. Hey, take care. Have a good New Year. Tell the wife I said hi. I will. And tell her just she's slacking on the pictures. Tell her to get on it. I know. All right. Hey, and you got that couple, right? Yeah. That was amazing. Yeah. That was serious work. It was. Whoa. Yeah, big business. And they didn't get paid a thing for doing it. We were just talking about there was a couple on the train that was painted, and whoever did it just did, it was incredible work. Hello, Nate. Talking about the CPs, I was watching the camera earlier today because I had to work at Job 1 earlier today, and there was one train with 2 leading up front, and then later on behind him we had another CP-led train with a single solo CP up front. So it's been quite a morning for Canadian Power through here. Let's hope it continues. Hey, Crash! And you're right. We also had the KC that was on that train. So the CP and KCS combo we have seen a lot of today, more than I've seen in a while, and as Crash pointed out, he picked up on that as well. Crash, you trackside, how are you feeling? You're right, Todd. They get a little boring as far as you don't get to see what's in them, but boy, what's on them is phenomenal. There was just a whole lot of art on that train. Sadly, as cool as some of it was, nobody made any money for all that painting. Always amazes me how it's like George and Andy are sitting on the porch, and George looks over at Andy and says, "Hey, Andy, how many cans of paint you got in the garage?" "Oh, about 43. All right, well, grab them up and grab the ladder and let's carry them all down to the track and do some artwork." And off they go, and how they reach that high and get it all done is beyond me, but boy, there is some amazing artistic talent that we see. And y'all can debate your feelings on whether if it's a good thing or a bad thing. I know we're all entertained at the tracks. Don't want them to get any paint on those new cars. Last thing I want is my new Volvo to be painted down the side in 13 different cans of paint from George and Andy. Derek, everything in my world is just, oh, that's 2 sheriffs in the short amount of time we've been here.
We might get a visit. Who knows?
Yes, we may have to negotiate our way out. Boy, just that quick, the train goes and the sun's gone. Won't be long, and it'll be all the way past Mama Bear. I don't know you're going to get much of a sunset tonight, and it looks somewhat challenging. Crash, I'm glad to hear that you're feeling better. I know you're working on recovery and you got a couple weeks off to do so. So make sure you take it easy and just sit back, relax, and watch trains and watch football, and don't worry about the world. It's just going to keep going around whether we worry about it or not. 2026 is going to get here faster than we want. So enjoy what's left of 2025. Nate, the other one went through earlier today. They were pretty much one behind the other by maybe a difference in an hour, but it's already gone north and past your house. So you'd have to wind back the Dalton cam to see them. I don't remember quite the time. I can tell you it was before 1. Crash might remember because I'm sure he saw them. And it's kind of cool, the Canadian Power on the front, the KCS on the back. And there was a lot of traffic through here this morning. I thought, by the time we get down there, they'll have the tracks warmed up. Sterling and I, we'll have to get extra batteries to photograph all this. And then we arrive, and poof. Sterling's been here I don't know how long, and that's his first train. We sat here for a while and caught up with everybody. We met somebody from North Florida down by Miami. Him and his son, they were rail fanning up here, as we meet so many different people here at this incredibly, and we put this on the luxurious rail fanning list because not only do you have furniture, you have restrooms, food, you name it. It's a one-of-a-kind location. You know, Crash, that's an interesting question because you always wonder that, because obviously they probably don't just paint the empty ones. I find it a little bit hard to believe that those that do the painting say, can't paint on this one, there's a new car in there. But maybe they all do. Maybe they have a conscience. I'm not really sure. But again, I'll throw that up for debate. What do you think? You think those that paint on the auto racks only paint on the empty ones? Or do you think they're non-selective and auto rack is a blank canvas and they're going to use it? We're here at the crossing at Morris Road by the Crebo, and that's what we're getting ready to talk about. If John gets on, he will tell you this is his favorite spot in Dalton, world famous Cremo Drive-In. Let me close my door. And again, if John hops on, he will tell you that is the best place to get a milkshake. Alan and I, when we were down here, probably a month or so ago, we got biscuits for breakfast for the first time. That was my first time to have breakfast here. Usually, I don't make it here till the evenings or afternoons. And I got to tell you, that bit, I had got 2. Because, I'm used to getting a smaller biscuit, and I didn't get my size by not eating. And when I got done with the first one, I was like, whoa, that was a 2-fisted meal. So if y'all haven't been to the Crebo, that's got to be something you do when you visit here in Dalton. So back to the crossing. Down there at the far end, you can see, if it's your first time on with us, just get a little lay of the land. There is a diamond here. You can see there is the 99 mile post there at Middle Dalton. And that signal tower of 2 that you have the red over the red is the CSX line. And right as it goes past the 99 mile post, it crosses over NS at the diamond. And then they are on the left side. down at the far end of the yard, and this is a CSX controlled yard. So it's not first come, first serve. It is up to CSX who goes next. And then the Atlanta North District, there in the middle. And most of you are probably familiar with it. We're on the OW&A, where the General rolled through this town back in 1862 and made history that's still remembered today. Oh, here's a beautiful truck. I love that color. Everybody needs one of those in their driveway for Christmas. And yes, there's the Rail Moment sign up by the road. Some cars on the siding there for CSX. I have unsweet tea on board if you're thirsty, and I have water.
Oh, I'm good, but thanks.
You sure?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I've just run through a big old bottle of Coke that I've been sipping on all afternoon. My fuel of choice. You out here from when that CP ACU came through on 370?
No, it got too late for me.
Yeah, I wasn't here either.
I really wanted to catch that train. That was a cool lineup.
Yeah. C'est la vie. As I sometimes tell folks, this ain't Pokemon. You can't catch them all. It's impossible.
Y'all write that down, because it's very true. When I first started this years ago, and I heard something was coming, I would race like there was $1 million at the end of the catch, or at the end of the wherever I was headed, trackside and through the ditch and over the river and what have you. But it took me a while to learn that there's always another one of some type coming, or if you just wait a day or two, usually they come back through.
Right.
So then I met Jesse and everybody and started learning how to keep track of where they are, where they're going, when they're coming back. And life has gotten much easier since then. And again, if it's your first time on, that signal bridge you see with the 4 lights, is the NS signal bridge. The two on the right side are for the Atlanta North District main line. And now all we gotta do is have one of those go green for our next northbound. January 3rd, and Todd, correct me if it's changed, January 3rd over in Decatur, Alabama. Caleb and his group is having, I think they called it Frost Saturday, as opposed to Winter Saturday, Railfan Day. But over at the Decatur Railroad Museum, which is a fantastic place to railfan, they're having a railfan get-together January 3rd of 2026. Lots of traffic today on the crossing. Wonder how many people went out and bought a new car today. Being new to them, be it used or previously owned or whatever title it is that you want to use. How many people are driving some? Oh, here's one all decorated for Christmas. Check it out, you guys. They got all kinds of colors and stuff all over the side. Looks like the ho-ho car.
I'm seeing movement up there at the diamond. Someone's on the right of way.
Well, Sterling with his eagle vision sees a human on the track. Let's see if we can find him.
I'm seeing two humans, in fact.
Oh, there are humans. Look at that. Close study of the tracks. Oh, we got green
on CSX.
I saw the green at the far end, and then when I looked, I didn't see it over here, but when I came over, it was behind the tower. So our next train will be CSX northbound. About time to catch us a heritage locomotive to finish off 2025. What do you guys think?
It'd be nice. Something's going by the bird cam.
Well, going to be a southbound.
Yes.
Did you get the noise?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Yeah, you get the noise, then you get the
Then
pause,
you see it.
and then you see you see it.
Sure enough. Southbound manifest looks like he's got a YN2 second out, maybe. Hard to tell. So we'll have two CSXs on the table.
CSX meetup, probably in Tunnel Hill.
M585. That's our southbound.
And for those of you wondering what Sterling is talking about, if you do not know about the bird cam is on 24/7. And why is it called the bird cam? Well, a couple reasons. One, you hear birds on it a lot. Two, it is located in Audubon Acres, which is a huge, massive bird sanctuary. So consequently, birds. Now, if you watch the camera in the morning and the evenings, you'll see deer, wild turkey, and throughout the day, CSX. And the other cool thing about the bird cam is it is equipped with a monitor system that picks up NS to Buckshard, and CSX. So if you want to keep track of what's going on in town, just throw the bird cam up, listen to the scanner, and you'll hear all day long what's going on. Just like the train that was in Ottawa today that went into an emergency, and it was a massively long train, and they were having issues getting others around it. So all day long you'll hear those kind of things as they happen. You'll hear the different conversations throughout Chattanooga, and it is at the 122.8 on the CSX line, and we are here at the 99 on the W&A for CSX. So you do the math. Just short of 30 miles. And in between, historic Ringgold, Georgia, where many times we shoot, and historic Tunnel Hill, which is one of those places you just have to visit if you've never been. Great place. You go to the museum there and hop in the golf cart and ride through the old tunnel, and it is one cool thing to do. You go through the covered bridge, there's the big battlefield over there. It's like taking a step back in time.
I actually recommend doing one of the nighttime tours through the tunnel.
I didn't know they did such a thing.
They do. They don't do it often, but a few years ago, me and my girlfriend, we did one of the nighttime walks through the tunnel, and it was interesting because they've got all of these motion-activated lights in there. So the whole tunnel doesn't stay illuminated the whole time. So it really makes for a good, eerie presence, you know. So, and if you believe the stories, the tunnel was built with Irish labor.
Really?
Yeah, all Irish labor. And supposedly any workers who died, from what I can remember anyways, supposedly they're buried in that area around the tunnel, if not on top of it. So I don't know 100% sure. You'd have to check my facts on that. But, you know, the tour guides, you know, they'll claim, oh yeah, I've seen ghosts in like the hideouts or whatnot, you know, for the trains. The little cutouts that they have in the tunnel for people to just duck into when a train's coming. So they've claimed to see stuff there. Did I see anything while I was there? No, but the atmosphere was great. I loved it. So definitely check and see when they're doing the nighttime walks through the tunnel. I've got a video of that on my channel as well. If you just search, like, you know, Western Atlantic Tunnel nighttime, something like that, you'll probably find it. So
how often do they do that?
I'm not sure. The first time we did it was like back in, I think, 2022, and that was like the first time they did it. So,
well, that would be cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know until now. It's the first I ever heard of such an opportunity. When he talks about getting in the little holes back when the workers were working.
Well, it wasn't for when the workers were working. It was for people who were in the tunnel when a train was coming through.
Right. After it was built.
After it was built, yeah.
And these little cut-ins were, if you were in there working and you had the train was coming, you better be extra small in whatever size you're wearing and no tall, because there is very little room. But seriously, check out Tunnel Hill, check out Ravenhawk's video about that, and see exactly what it's like. and then go do it.
Not now, though. Don't do it right now or the algorithm will think you hate Mike.
We don't want that to happen. And we do have other rail fans, as you all saw. Some are up there, one's at the crossing over there. I said, this is just a fantastic place. If Alan gets on, he'll tell you. Crash has been here many, many times. There's a spot that Crash likes over by the old control tower, which is right, let's see, while we have a moment. Right there, center screen, behind the bungalows, towards the back, you can see the two-story old control tower. That's where they used to throw the switches and do the different things. The yard used to be a little bit bigger. There was another track here that's been removed back in the days. And then the second depot, which is the old passenger depot, is right on the other side of the tower that they are repairing and hopefully going to put another cool restaurant in.
How long has that place been shut down for? A few years now.
Ever since the freezer fell through the floor when it was, it was, what was it? It was TJ's restaurant. It was called Dalton Depot. Dalton Depot was the name of the restaurant. Fantastic food. And they now, I believe his daughter has opened Cyrus. And there's another restaurant that I believe TJ opened recently by Cigar Time that's downtown that we haven't been to yet. That's a field trip we need to make. And yes, for those of you just jumping on, you do see green. There in the top right corner. And you'll get to see the diamond in action as our northbound goes past that signal tower. We'll see him. We'll stay on the lead locomotive. We'll watch the signal drop. Then he'll bend over to the left, go over the NS track, and be on the far left side. And when the EOT comes by, you'll get to see it kind of demonstrated very clearly, that path. So we'll catch the light dropping and our CSX train. And about that time, the sun comes bursting out. Normally this time of the day we go on the other side, as we were speaking earlier, but since there was hardly any sun and just a dreary dark sky, we went on this side just so you can see all the fun stuff. Well, Todd, make sure you check Sterling's channel and subscribe and stay in touch with him there. And he goes to most of the events, and we hang out at a lot of the different places. We run into each other. And yeah, he is a cool dude. Don't tell him, though. Goes to his head. And just catching up with you guys on the monitor, and yep, Crash saw it first. Green light. Crash, have you ever been over to Decatur, Alabama, at any point in time to Railfan there at the museum? And Crash, you are correct. The derailment was 5 cars there in the yard, and I understand they were zigzagged side by side across from each other. So when we were there on Monday night, the conversation we saw of all the equipment coming in, you're exactly right. That's what happened. I understand everybody's okay. And after we ended the live, because I was frozen, all these semis, lowboys, started arriving with equipment on, and we'll have a video of some of it on this Sunday night show, Best of the Rails, and you can see just some of the different pieces that was arriving, and after that I was froze to death and was going home. Plus, Mrs. S was cooking dinner, and I was hungry, and I was cold, and I was hungry. And again, I didn't get my size by not eating. And yes, Todd, as our research and historian person, you were correct. Good job. Hey, Don! How are you? How's everything? How's the fam? Good to see you on this last day of 2025. We got a little worried because we had lots of traffic earlier, and we had no traffic for quite a while, but we're starting to pick up. We also saw on the bird cam we have a southbound on CSX coming, so there, if you guys are, any of you are in Tunnel Hill, I would imagine you'll have the 2 train meet up there in Tunnel Hill. 585 is our southbound train on CSX that we saw on the bird cam. And Don is right. For those of you that remember back, a famous part of the story, as the general was being pursued by the Confederates, the young gentleman jumped off. They probably threw him off, but he jumped off, made it in, and got a message to the telegraph operator inside up to Ringgold to let him know the general had been stolen and Confederate forces were not in control of the general. And that young man made history by getting that message off before they cut the telegraph lines. As you all know, they ran out of, because it had rained the day before, they ran out of wood they could find that was dry enough to keep them rolling. So just north of Ringgold is the monument, about the 116.5, where the general rolled to a stop. And then the chase was on. We do have horn. And Crash is completely right. If you park by that old tower, not only do you have a bird's eye view of the tracks, in the afternoon, incredible sunlight for pictures, and you can see both all the northbound and all the southbound signals. As y'all just heard Sterling on the monitor, 585 going through Ringgold, Georgia, where they also have a very nice viewing platform right across The tracks from the old depot there.
Oh, your ear muff. I'm sorry. Yeah. Sorry about that. I'm an idiot.
My little ears just don't like all that.
All right, gates are going down. It's train time.
there he goes. Right to left, across the diamond, over the NS track, and now to the west side of the yard as he continues north to Tunnel Hill, where he's going to meet 585 coming south. Crash, you have a good evening. We'll see you in 2026. Hey James, how are you, sir? James, if my world was any better, I'd be like you. So, we have 585 coming south, as y'all heard Sterling tell you guys. He saw it there on the bird cam. Our northbound, so they're going to probably meet up in Tunnel Hill. So we know that we've got at least one more we're going to squeeze in till tonight as we, excuse me, as we have 2025 wind down and 2026 starts to arrive for another year of fun railfan events. And a special thank you to all of you, each and every one of you, for being with Rail Moments and your support and all the friends I've met and the good times we've had and all the stories that we've made and the memories we've made throughout 2025. Don't forget, tell the one that you love how much they mean to you. You share 2025 and you're getting ready for the next year to come. Make those memories. X one of the scanners, X the bird cam that we're listening to. They're talking about NS there. And also, I understand a special rail fan is on tonight. John! How are you? Y'all know John. You've seen him in many of the videos. John's from Somerville, Georgia, where we hang out at the Cooey House. And he makes sure that I stay straight, keeps me out of trouble, makes sure we have a spot to film, a spot for Production 6 to park. So John, thank you for everything that you do. And he got to ride with Santa this year on the TVRM excursions that ran from Tryon to Somerville. Actually, they started at Somerville, went up to Tryon, and then went on back. So everybody, back trackside, anybody have any questions, please feel free. Someone on this show tonight will know the answer. If not, we'll just have Sterling make up an answer. But we'll come up with an answer. So back to the track. Let's see what we have next. Crash was first to spot that last green. Let's see who can do this one. And if you're not familiar with the directions here, we are looking north towards Chattanooga. If you stay on the NS track, you'll go up to Varnell and Cohutta, then through Apposon, make the bend at Bootleggers Crossing up there in Ottawa, Tennessee. And yes, that's where the bootleggers used to hang out. Here's a gentleman that's going to make sure that he is ready for 26. He's going to run his way right out of 2025 into 2026. As I watch him, I feel like I'm losing calories just as he goes across the tracks.
If only it were that easy.
If it was,
we'd all be skinny.
We'd tell you to run faster for us. I think Sterling brought me back to reality. Watching him run does not burn calories, darn it. As you can see, well, there's the old moon. Speaking of Bootleggers Crossing up in Ottawa, there's the old bootlegger truck there on the side of the Crescent City Tavern. And if you have not had their burgers or their wings, you need to make a field trip to come watch trains and eat there. And then when you're done, come across the street and get you a Cremo milkshake at the Cremo Drive-In.
Absolutely.
Woo, that sun going down, we can feel a difference already.
Yes, it feels good. Maybe I just like the cold too much.
As I have my scarf on, my sweatshirt on, my winter coat.
And I'm out here in shorts.
And he's out
like an absolute madman.
He's out here in shorts. I got the scarf wrapped around my neck twice. I got the stocking hat pulled all the way down. The collar turned up on the Real Moments coat that Mrs. S got me.
I'll tell you a funny story. A bunch of us were out at Coffee's Cliff a few years ago. It was myself, Drayton, Kerry Douglas, and a couple other guys were all out there. And Drayton was live streaming that day. And I mean, I had a hoodie and some sweatpants on, but I was in sandals that day. And it was freezing cold that day, and my dumb butt was in sandals. And Drayton goes, "How can you stand to do that?" I'm like, "Aren't your feet cold?" I'm like, "I don't know. I can't really feel them."
Drayton is a very dear friend, and he has an incredible channel. We run into him many, many times.
Yes, indeed.
And his channel is
Delay and Block Productions.
And your channel is, for those just joining,
Ravenhawk 6910.
See, I'm not letting him off the hook. I'm giving him pop questions as we go along. Yeah, if you've not watched either, make sure you start off 2026 by doing so. Ooh, there's a red Jeep. I'd love to have that in my driveway. Anybody wants to get me a Christmas present, that would work. Mrs. S would like it too.
Well, I hate to break your heart, Mike, but I've got to skedaddle and find me some supper before the restaurants close.
My friend,
see you next year.
Fantastic next year.
Good to see you as always.
If you need anything, careful. If you need anything, you yell.
Oh, I will.
See you at the next crossing.
Yes, see you later.
Send your stuff in and jump on the show on Sunday night.
If I can remember, I will. My memory's like that of a goldfish.
I got notepad paper if you need.
I'll make a note on my phone.
All right. See you later. Have a great evening.
See you later, Mike.
And he brings up a good point. If you're not eating and cooking at home, you better go to the restaurant of your choice now and make sure that you can get in before the crowds arrive or before they close. And Drayton, if you're on, happy 2026 as it arrives. Delay and Block. Make sure you check out his channel. Great stuff. Also, Jesse was supposed to come with us. Whistleboard Productions. There is a rumor he is homesick. And Brian, Train Nut Productions. Y'all know Brian, we hang out a lot. together at the same places a lot of us, we all kind of go. He is at work. As the sun drops behind the building, we can kind of give you a little bit of a pan of the air. Morris Street. Uh-oh. We might have horn. Let me listen. There are no southbound signals for us to see where we are. As Crash pointed out a little while ago, if you're up there by the old control tower, you can see both of the northbound and southbound signals there. So let's listen and see if I did hear a southbound horn. Well, we have dropped from the 50s to 46 already here in Dalton.
I wasn't trying to lose 8 pounds, but then this happened. Factor is my favorite.
And for those of you just jumping on, we are in Dalton, Georgia, on the Atlanta North District line for NS and the W&A subline for CSX. Well, I guess it was not a southbound horn that I heard. So we'll go ahead and finish the pan that we were talking about. The 2 tracks to the far right are siding tracks for CSX, as this is a CSX yard. And just to the left of that signal tower is the CSX line, the W&A. Next to the left, right by the base of the signal bridge, is the Norfolk Southern line, the Atlanta North District. Right there, kind of southern, kind of center stage for you. And then you can see where CSX crosses over at the Diamond. And then on the very far side is an NS line, or a line that the NS local uses during the week. We see them run up to the north. It was till we got here. Everybody, Andy's here. Another Andy.
Happy New Year, everyone.
There is Andy number 2 today.
Happy New Year.
And he is telling y'all to go out, spend lots of money, keep the economy going, and make the beginning of 2026 economically successful. Mrs. S, that does not mean run out to Hobby Lobby.
She already told me what she's getting from Hobby Lobby.
Hobby Lobby, and the other favorite is Michael's.
Oh.
If my wife is missing, that's the first place we're going to go look. Either Hobby Lobby or Michael's. Or the third place is the at-home store. All right, everybody, that is the old freight depot. And that is a luxury setting if you want a spot to railfan from. And we have seen a number of railfans here today. One of the groups that we met were from Miami. The old Crescent City Pullman car for the old Southern line. We have 585 coming south for CSX, X meeting the grainer that we had go by in Tunnel Hill. This morning was incredibly busy. And then about 30 minutes before I got off work, it changed. Sterling was here ahead of me, and Andy was too. And it was very, very quiet, but we've caught a couple. That's Morris Road. Mama Bear, not much, but there is some sunset for you. New present to me.
Oh, what's that?
Electric hand warmers.
Oh, okay. I didn't know they made those.
Yepper. You just plug them in. You can dial up what you want. You can just charge them, and then you set them how hot you want them.
Oh, okay.
Right now they're on super hot.
Oh, nice.
And the cool thing is, unlike the other ones that you have to shake and wait 30 minutes, these are like instant.
Oh, okay.
So a little present from me to me, electric hand warmers. And here's a view to the south. And a whole pile of stuff, guardrail and whatnot, on an old loading dock here along the track. Really quiet here tonight all of a sudden. We had lots and lots of traffic earlier. I guess everybody's gone home and either sitting by the fire or getting ready to go out. And there is our final sunset here in Dalton, Georgia for 2025. When we wake up in the morning, it will be next year, as we work towards being at the next crossing. So, a quick pan of our final sunset as 2025 comes to a close. Just a brilliant, beautiful sky tonight. As we face back north, looking for, oh, let's see, oh no, got excited there for a moment. Thought we had an amber, but no, it is a red. Still looking for 585 to come south. Ooh, they get hot quick. Kind of quiet over at Cremo. Everybody must think it's too cold for milkshakes. And you know what? They might be right.
It's too cold for anything.
Says the guy from Chicago. Used to 5 feet of snow on just another typical morning.
Right.
There's a look at the back of Production Unit 6. There's my Gold Peak Unsweet Tea. Couple of different monitors. My Christmas present to myself from a couple years ago. The Ambers. And there is our transmission device to send our signal out that we're using tonight. We are not using the satellite. We're using the MiFi. 3 times the antenna capacity of your cell. So they tell me. Here on our last live broadcast from this year. Watching everybody go past. Mama Bear, I'm trying to get that skyline for you. At least we don't have snow, and we made it way above freezing. As Andy and I await the next train here in Dalton, where 80% of the world's carpeting and flooring is made within just 25 miles of where we are. And the next time we go live, we will have the new speed gun with us that I wished for from Santa, and he delivered, along with the new lens that he was so awesome to bring me. All right, that is, for those of you just joining, that is looking back to the north here on the CSX line, the WNA sub, and the Norfolk Southern line, the Atlanta North District, at the 40.5 and the 99 mile post. The old control tower for the yard in the back, the diamond there in front of you, and as Don mentioned earlier, where the young man jumped, leaped, hurled himself off of the chasing with Fulmer and his group, chasing the general, and got that message off to Ringgold to let him know that the general had been taken. And the Confederate forces were ready there in Ringgold. On Old 41, Ottawa Ringgold Road, you'll see the monument where the general came to a stop. So, when you come through this area, make your plans. Visit Dalton. Go by Tunnel Hill. Take your tour of the tunnel. Go by Ringgold. Hang out at the platform. And then go north of town and see where the general came to a stop with Andrews and the Raiders. And for those of you who didn't know, Andrews himself was considered or thought to be a double spy for each side. The rest of his crew were Union volunteers, so they were actually military, and they were led by a civilian. And their plan was to tear up the ties and the rails, cut the telegraph wires, and burn the bridges to interrupt. Oh, we got Gates.
There's something coming.
The day before the Battle of Chattanooga began, there's the crossing to our south.
And the gates are going back up again.
Gates down, gates up. Now, that could mean that we have an NS train coming and he's holding short, or the Gates just wanted to work one more time in 2025. We'll have to see how this works. Or maybe they'll come back on again. But if there is an NS train, a lot of times they will hold just short of that crossing till they get authorization to proceed. And that authorization comes from CSX, since they control the yard here. Well, that plan didn't work. It's that magic moment of the night where dusk and light make the camera angry for focus. It's almost a summer night feel out, except my hands tell me it's too cold to be summer. As the lights come on here at the depot. Mama Bear, I'm not too sure Andy and I agree. There is a point where it does get too cold for a milkshake. All right, we have southbound horns at the very top of Dalton. Kid Outdoor and Mama Bear. Hear them coming our way. And Colt says he's creeping along, and Colt just confirmed that Sterling said he thought we had a YN2 coming, and it sounds like we do. For those of you who have the chat notes on, either 843 or 846 is one of the lead locomotives, and our second one 246 or 243. Colt thinks. He's a tad away from the track. Our northbound grainer that we saw earlier go through is passing the bird cam. For those of you not familiar with the bird cam, just go to Rail Moments on YouTube and hit the live circle, and you'll see the grainer that went through earlier going past the bird cam currently. And they met up in Tunnel Hill. 585 is the train number that Colt and Mama Bear are referring to, which will be our last train to catch in 2025, unless something else sneaks in first. As you heard, 29F is in the neighborhood of Chattanooga. That was NSCT speaking. Then the commercial came on, so I didn't hear where 29F is currently. You want a seat?
No, I got
this.
I got a chair. I'm all right.
As our noses get cold.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy, the second that sun goes, whoop.
Right.
We do have horn.
I just gonna say, I just heard a horn.
Andy and I heard it together. We have horn. We have equalized hearing.
Right, coming from the north.
He heard the lead locomotive. I heard the second one. This will be M585. We got glowage, Andy says.
Glowage.
We got glowage, we got horn, and we have excitement, and there is a rumor we have a YN2 coming. And you can see that glowage. Also, you can see it there on the siding cars.
Yeah.
XR train you hear there on the scanner. Well, that's funny. That gate goes before this gate.
Oh,
Unless
yeah.
we've got a northbound sitting down there, and he's moving up.
Okay. Yeah.
Could be either or. Exhaust coming off those locomotives. Check out the purple guy. And as you heard Andy say, those auto racks are full. Somebody's gonna get a new car. And 72 months worth of payments.
Yeah, like me.
And me. Well, as you saw earlier, the gates down there lit up 2 different times. So there's a possibility there is a northbound NS train down there, or some crossing gates. They're just confused. Parking lot's starting to fill up over at the Crescent City Tavern as we look back towards the Christmas tree effect. Here in Middle Dalton, we are going to start winding it down. Our final live of 2025.
It's chill over here.
Andy thinks it's getting colder, and I think he's probably right. But what a beautiful last railfan event evening here in 2025 as we look at the Dalton Depot all lit up at night. How cool is that picture? With the old Crescent City Southern Pullman car. We are going to start packing up, and then we'll say goodbye to 2025 together, just in case we do have an NS northbound sitting just short of us, since the gates did activate a couple times down there. So don't go anywhere, but I am going to start putting some of the things up, and then it's going to be time for the final dinner of 2025 with Mrs. S. Andy's going to guard y'all and keep you out of trouble while I start putting some of the things up. As you see the siding cars there on the right. From Dalton, Georgia.
Hard to believe 2025. Right?
she say CSX is ready for a 371?
Or did I just imagine hearing that? Well, it's my imagination that I thought I heard them say CSX was ready for 371, but I don't see any northbound greens coming on as we start to pack up because, as you can see, it is getting dark in Dalton.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Hard to see it nice and dark.
Now, you know, as soon as you turn off your camera, you know what's going to happen. Right?
Andy is making a statement. Well, actually, it was in the form of a question. And if John's on, he'll answer it for him. As soon as I tell you we're done, we're going to have a green. Well, everybody, scanner speaking. Hang on. Okay, that one's not for us. Well, everybody, Andy and I are hanging out here. We are watching 2025 come to a close. It has been just an incredible railfan year. All the people that we've met, all the fun that we've had, all the trains that we've captured, all the different things, the different places, but most of all, just the camaraderie of railfanning and keeping in touch with everyone that we've met throughout the year and all the new subscribers and Rail Moments show that we do. Best of the Rails every Sunday night at 5:30. All the submissions that you guys have sent in over the past weeks, months that we've been doing that show. So much fun, and things from all over the country. And just things that we miss seeing go through here that crash, and so many people have caught. Andy, everybody have sent pictures in, so things that went through town that we couldn't get to because you were at work, I was at work, whatever, we still got to see them on the show. So make sure every Sunday, 5:30 Eastern Time, railmoments.com, just like a mailbox. Send your pictures and videos up to 30 seconds in. No music, please, on the video so we don't get into a copyright issue. And then we'll see them every Sunday. Don't forget, as we talk so many times, make sure you tell the one you love how much they mean to them. And give them a big hug as we finish up 2025 and we bring in the new year. Best wishes to all of you. And again, thank you. Thank you, thank you for an exciting year together. And also a special thought to Robert Cox and his family. No longer with us. We lost him in 2025. Robert was just an incredible rail fan that we had the honor of meeting last year. So everybody, from Andy and I, here trackside, live in Dalton, Georgia, we are going to say, see you at the next crossing. But before we turn this off, let me make sure I didn't miss any last minute comments. Dirk, you're funny tonight. Everybody. No, Tony, you do not see green. Everybody, from Andy and I here at the crossing, we wish you all a happy new year. And yes, as you all wrote, well, hey, ain't right? How's everything up in Kentucky? Good to see you, Billy. Everybody, Happy New Year, and we will see you at the next crossing.
With expert support if identity theft does happen. Give yourself the peace of...
Sorry, I had a commercial come on there. Okay, now we are gone to the end of 2025. See y'all. Andy, you want to say goodnight to everybody?
Good night, everybody.
Oh, you got to come over here and say goodnight.
I'm good. I'm good.
Okay, Andy said see y'all from over there. So everybody, thank you. Until tomorrow, hopefully we can get some track time. Not sure what's on the agenda, but again, thank you. It's been a